welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hey, my name is Katie. So in today's video, I'm giving you guys a tutorial for my eye look that I created, well, my makeup look that I created using the Kylie and Grinch collection. This was supposed to be in last week's video, but didn't quite make it, but whatever. So I already did my brows and primed my lids off camera to save time. So with the first shade, I'm going in with Whoville, and I'm just taking a big fluffy brush, using random brushes here now, and I'm just going all over my lid just to kind of help blend the shades later on, even though you could totally skip this step altogether. It doesn't really matter, but that's just how I always do it. But yeah, so I just put that shade all over my eyelid. And then I wasn't sure where I was going to go with this look, so I was kind of thinking and looking at the palette. So then the next shade I went in is with You're a Villain, and again I just used a random brush. I don't remember what brush it was, but I put that in my crease and I just blended it out, and I really liked how it blended out. It's kind of a little bit of a darker brown than what I initially used the first shade. And yeah, so the next shade I went in with is Who's Who, and I also layered this on top of the other shade in my crease. And I wasn't expecting to look the way that it did. It kind of like made the shadows look a little bit on the green side, and I don't know, just in the palette it looks a little bit different, so I wasn't expecting that. But I also was not mad with how it ended up looking, so it ended up working out, and I just thought it was pretty interesting, honestly. And then I went ahead and went back in with my MAC paint pot to cut the crease, just so that way my eyelid will pop more. So I went in with the shade Stocking Full of Coal for my outer corner of my eye. So this is kind of like to give it a more of a smoky effect, and it's a little bit on the darker green. And I was so scared because I thought this shadow was a no-go. I went in a little too heavy the first time around, so I was kind of scared that I wasn't going to be able to save this look, but it took a lot of blending out, but we eventually got there. But that was mainly my mistake. I didn't really have too many issues with the blending with this palette overall. But again, I've only used this palette once and just for this look, and I haven't played around with all the shadows, but eventually I will. I want to make another video creating another makeup look with that palette. So next thing I used is one of her shadow sticks, and I used the shade Welcome to Whoville. And with this, I put it on my eyelid. Now this was the first time that I was using a shadow stick, so I didn't really know what to expect, how to work with it. It wasn't very hard to work with, if I'm being honest. I was able to blend it out. At first I wasn't sure how to blend it out, so I tried with my finger, but then later on you'll see that I decided to blend it out with a brush, and it was better blending it out with a brush rather than trying to do it with my finger. I think it was just because of my nails. I couldn't really get in there, but yeah, I just used the brush to kind of blend it in a little bit better, and I really liked how it looked. Don't get me wrong, I think it was a really pretty color. It's like a nice gold shade, but I thought, I don't know, I think I was just overthinking it too much, or I don't know, since I was messing around trying to blend it out, there was some spots that were a little bit patchy. So I just ended up going in with another shade in the palette to layer it on top. And I used the shade Heart 2 sizes too small, and it just made it pop more of a gold, if that makes sense. And then I just kind of went back in to blend it out to make sure there was no harsh lines. And then after that, I went in with Faraz. I don't know if I spell that correctly, if I pronounce that correctly, but I just applied that on my brow bone for a little bit of a highlight. So I was trying to use as many of the products as I could, and so I decided to go in with one of her shimmer eye glaze in the shade Little Grinch, and I just popped that into my inner corners, and I loved how it applied and how it made the greens in this eye look pop more, and I just really liked how the highlight ended up looking in my inner corner, so you can kind of see I was feeling it. And don't mind me looking crazy right now. I already did my rest of my face makeup off camera, and so I'm baking while I'm doing the next couple steps, so don't mind me looking crazy. So I went in to finish off this eye look with my liner. So I am using her Kylie liner in the shade Olive. Now I explained this in my review, but I'm just so used to using the Rare Beauty liner. It just goes on so smoothly, so effortlessly. And I just found this liner a little bit stiff. So it took a little bit more time, but I don't know. I still really liked how the liner looked. I would use it again. I think it's just one of those things that as I use it over time, it'll get easier and easier, more flexible for me to use. But that was just my experience using it for the first time. So here I'm just dusting off my bake so that way I don't look crazy anymore. So thank you for bearing with me with that. And then I'm going in with her blush. Now this shade is called Max the Reindeer. I've never tried her blushes before, so I was really excited. I loved how it looked. I think it was really cute, honestly. I thought it was natural, it wasn't too much. And in the palette, it kind of looked more of like a pinkish. And then it had glitter too, so I was kind of scared because I've never used a blush that has some shimmer glitter in it. But I was really impressed that it wasn't like too much. I really liked it. So then for my highlighter, I'm using the Littlest of Two. And it has like a cute little tint of green to it. Again, it's not overbearing where it's like you're wearing a green highlighter, like what are you doing? Like, it was very natural, it was very pretty. And then I went in with my technique that I love to do with my setting spray, and then going back in with my highlight, and you could tell that it just made that highlight pop even more. So for my lips, I went in with the shade A Wonderful Awful Idea, and I really like how her lipsticks apply. They go on so effortlessly, and the pigment is there. I don't have to struggle too much. And then I topped it off with one of her high lip glosses, and I used the shade Snow Capped, and I just layered that on top of that lipstick, and I really like how it came out. I've never used this formula before. So I'm just using some setting spray to set my makeup so that way it doesn't go anywhere. And then you're about to see the behind the scenes. So I'm just gonna pop on some lashes. Alright, that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before you guys leave, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!